What's up? What's up? What's up? You're tuned in to QTV Multimedia, and you gotta keep it locked this Friday, August 21st, 6 p.m. via Zoom. This is continuation of the pandemic edition. Then stopping by the green room, none other than our featured designer, Germissa Clay. That's right, she is the brains behind all that drip, plum couture designs by Germissa, and you can catch her on the Battle of the Strut TV with Kimberly Young Production, and you can also find her clothing available at Renee's Positive Vibes Boutique and Design. Hey, check it out. Tune in.
Hey, you guys, what's going on? It's QTV. Thank you for locking in. Thank you for subscribing. Wherever you head out there, it's a good Friday. Hope everybody's doing well and healthy as you can be. Hey, we got a special guest in the building, Miss Germissa Clay, featured designer. She's going to tell you all about what she have going on, how you can find her, how she came to be the drip queen. You understand? So stay tuned. She's in the building right now. We're going to let her introduce herself and all that good stuff, all right? Miss Clay, how you doing?
I am doing fine. How are you?
It's good to see you. I'm wonderful, blessed by the best, no stress.
Oh, you know what? I'm glad you said that. I got one thing I want to say before we get this started.
There you go. Take it away.
Someone sent me a forwarding message, and I usually don't forward them.
Okay.
But this time, I felt like it was just something that I just needed to say.
Okay.
And it says, may God remember you today like Noah, protect you like Daniel, heal you like Naaman, favor you like Moses, prosper you like Isaac, anoint you like David, answer you like Elijah, use you like Paul, intervene for you like Esther, and fight for you like the Israelites.
Amen. That sound like a deep prayer right there. I like that. You have that posted somewhere?
Have I did what now?
Do you have that posted somewhere? Do you have it posted somewhere?
No, it was forwarded to me, and I'll post it after the interview. But yeah,
you know what? That's something.
I thought that was pretty cool.
It is cool. That's something we need to like a mantra or something we need to say every day. So
I know.
One another at least. You pray for me and I pray for you. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, we in the building.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Right. Thank you for stopping by QTV. This is the Green Room. So I want you to introduce yourself and tell us where you're from and all that good stuff and what you got going on.
Actually, my name is Germissa Clay. I am an independent fashion designer of Plum Couture Designs by Germissa. I am originally from the Mississippi Delta. We have this little place called Hollandale, Mississippi. And where I'm from, I love those people down there. I was just born and thinking probably one of the best places that a child could be born and raised in, because we always had family members from other states that would come down there for the whole summer and stay and grow through the summer and then go back to the city and go to school and then come back down next summer for years and years and years. And that's exactly where I'm from. I'm from the Mississippi Delta.
The Delta. What is the Delta? I mean, I've been saying I got a lot of people from friends and stuff from the Delta, but explain the Delta part. Is it the region? Like, what is you know what I'm saying? What is the Delta? I know we call it the Delta all the time, but I just never knew what it was.
It's a flatland. And in that flatland, they grow a lot of things like cotton and beans. But you know, we're right there at the Mississippi River Bridge. And it's in the heart of Mississippi. Mm-hmm. So we're kind of like in that catty corner right there where Arkansas is, right there at the Mississippi River Bridge. And the Delta, I don't know, the Delta is something, it's undescribable to me. It's like being in a fairyland without all the extra negatives there. It's just like, that's why we go home so often. We go home at least 2 or 3 times a year. Everybody does. And when we go home, it's like a big, it's like a big good time. We just have a good time for 3 days out of that weekend, and then everybody just pack up and go back home and go to work the next morning. But it's a very family oriented, very strong, structured.
Right, right. So are you in Georgia now? I mean, are you in Atlanta?
I am in Rome, Georgia.
Outside the Rome. How long you been? Like, how long you been here, or you been here for a while?
I came to Atlanta in 2006, and I've been in Rome since 2013. Yeah, so
Cool.
Yeah, I love Rome. I love Rome.
Right, now I've seen some of this beautiful work, and we got to get into it. So tell us about your clothing line. Introduce the clothing line, and tell us what inspired that, and tell them what what's the inspiration. We know that you're a designer now, so tell us about it. Tell us about being a designer and what it entails.
A lot of hard work, a lot of perseverance, a lot of go get 'em. And being a designer, you are a creator. So you have to have a lot of space in your head to be able to flow to your brain and to your hands to be able to create the different looks that, I guess the gift that God has given you to be able to let people see what it is that you see and what you're doing. And I don't think I think, just talking to you, I think it is underrated on the ability to be able to do those things. It took a lot of training, a lot of schooling, and it wasn't just about fashion and art and everything that I was taking. It even helped incorporate it with my nursing and my clothes. My clothes, I just make whatever I make. I don't see, I guess what other people see, I don't, it doesn't, I don't be like, dang, girl, you did that. It's never that. It's just like one is done and then let's just go to the next.
Right.
And when I create, especially when I'm creating for people, I do it for personalities. I don't do it just to have something out there for people to just, I cater to an individual's personality, which is what designing is all about.
So let me ask you a few questions then. So who are some of your favorite designers? Like, who are there anyone or persons that inspired you to do it? Like, how did you know you had that it factor?
My mom. I started when I was 6 years old.
6.
And my mom my mother used to sew all the time, and she used to tailor clothes, and I learned with her. I had a babysitter. She quilted. I learned sewing the quilt with her. And then after I had learned how to do it, and then I just started taking different arts and everything with it. And the people that I grew up with, those are the ones. There was a fashion designer named Aaron Alexander that lived right on the next street from me. I was a little girl, and he used to sit at his coffee table and on the couch and sew clothes on a coffee table, not at a kitchen table, but a coffee table. And when I went in there and I saw there, and I was like, oh, that's all I can see right there. And I left and I went back out. But I went to him and I visited him one evening. I told him that's what I want to do. And he told me and he talked to me and we smiled and that was it. And I left out and went home and that was it.
That was it. At 6 years old, you started at 6 years old. Designing, or was it the process of what sewing, measurements?
I started actually, yes I did. Yes I did. My mom started letting me pin. At first I was sewing already because I was making doll clothes. My mom said I started at 6. She said, if not earlier. But she knows for sure that I started at 6. I remember 6, but she said, if not earlier. Really? So, yeah, she would just let me sew. I started using the sewing machine, and it was never no problem. I never had no problem with any of that. It was just like, I like this. And every time when I would want to make something, it didn't matter what it was. My mom always made sure that I had all the supplies that I needed and everything to get every project that I had done. So I learned then to make sure I had all my supplies and everything for the process. So when it came time to I would have that. And, my mother started me with
That's
this.
awesome. Shout out to mom, man. I know she but she also design too? I mean, she taught you. Did she do
No,
what you're
my
doing?
mother was a nurse. Huh?
Okay, I'm listening.
My mother was a nurse, and what she did was she always made us clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And when we would go to Sunday school and we would go to church, it was 4 of us little girls, me and my 3 younger sisters.
Mm-hmm.
And when we would go to church, she would make all of us our little dresses through the week and have us the little matching bobby socks and the patent leather shoes on. And we had this neighbor named Lady, and we would always at my grandfather's church. And she would come out every Sunday morning. She would be like, "They'll have y'all looking so good." And she would come out and that kind of stuff, like that kind of stuff. You'd be like, yeah. So I learned how to do it, and my mom, she showed me how to do it.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I'm gonna take a quick second to shout out some of our participants that joined in. Hey, Miss Bet, Miss Deborah, Lene, shouts out to you guys. And this is Miss Germissa Clay. She's our featured designer. Tell them again. They just chimed in. Just give them your name and your clothing brand.
My name is Germissa Clay. I'm an independent designer for Plum Couture Designs by Germissa. I have collaborated with the boutique, thank God. Her name is Positive Vibes by Renee. And also I'm involved with Battle of the Strut TV show with Kimberly Young Productions.
Now, real quick, because that's one of my questions I had wrote down as well. Tell us about the production team that you're on. That's a television show, right? Production?
Yes. We actually, she came to Atlanta. She did a show in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. And no, actually I did Tea Time Tanya Lady Wilson show, Sassy but Class. Mm-hmm. And Kimberly Young was there, and I did 2 walks. That I did a brown collection and I did a pink collection. And she gave, at first when I walked through, I wasn't paying any attention, but the second time I saw this woman sitting in front, she was like, thumbs up. And then she came back on behind after the show, and she didn't say anything to me, but then she called me the day after, and we started then. And she's originally from the Mississippi Delta as well.
Cool. So it's a show that people can tune into that features you. Where do they go find it?
Yes, actually, it is on Roku TV. Okay. It's on Roku TV. You can also contact it through Kim Young Productions. And it's in Instagram. Follow on Instagram. It's called Battle of the Strut TV.
Okay, cool.
And really, to tell you the truth, I asked her once before, how did she want me to describe it? And actually, what we're going to do is we're going to be featuring regular people.
Mm-hmm. Well, I should be on that. I'm a regular person.
I am too. That's why I'm on
there. Right. So listen, before we even run out of time to get that far for the participants that are on, and just in case they have to leave, tell them your name of your clothing line, where to find it at, and your social media. So give everybody your contact just in case they have to get off here. And we're gonna continue.
My clothing line again is Plum Couture Designs by Germissa. My clothing garments are currently being sold at Positive Vibes by Renee's Designs. And I'm actually being one of the featured designers on Battle of the Strut TV.
Congratulations on that as well. So
thank you.
Tell us about, I know you just mentioned a few of the projects that you was a part of, but which ones were you proud of the most, and why? We always have that something that kind of stands out.
Actually, they all were. Mm-hmm. They all were, because they all gave me the opportunity to be able to show my work. Mm-hmm. And they all were, I learned, there's this rapper, I don't know if y'all heard of him before, it's called LFA. And they say that he has this quote, I'm just being sarcastic, of course, y'all heard of it. They said that he has this saying that he doesn't care if he's showing he doesn't care if he's showing in between a crowd of 30 people or 30,000 people,
Mm-hmm.
he still puts on the same quality of show. So each show only helps me to just gratify and just grow more. But they ain't seen nothing yet though.
I know it. I know.
All this right here was just a preview.
Right, right. That sounds like me too. 3 people to 30 people. It's gonna be the same production going on. Shouts out to the participants that came in. I see Quishavia.
Mother.
Hey, Mama, how you? got my mom on, Miss Clay. How you doing, Mother?
Hey, Mama. Hi,
yeah.
Mom.
Hey, how are
checking
you?
in one time.
How are you? You're beautiful.
Thanks, you know.
Thank you much.
So, Miss Clay, few questions before we get out of here. Now, when it comes to designing, and for those that might want to get into that field, tell us about software. Like how does it come about? Photoshop, Sketch, UX Pen. I know a few names. So how's that process? Are you doing, the Photoshop? How does it come about? Walk us through.
Actually, you kind of broke up a little bit. I couldn't quite hear you.
I was saying, like, for those that might want to get into the arena of designing, when it comes to software, what type of software is necessary to become a designer? Photoshop, I heard of Sketch and UX Pen. Are you familiar with those software?
Actually, no, because when it comes down to design, I just wake up and I just do it.
Visionary.
Yeah, sometimes it's been a long time since I sketched. It's been a long time, but usually God gives me a vision and I just do it.
Right.
Yeah, I don't no. I'm an artist. I know how to draw and everything, but I'm not into I don't know anything about all of that. All I know is, God just gives me a vision and I just do it. I'm sorry guys, all I can use YouTube.
Right. No, you say you started at 6 years old and your mom taught you.
As far as software and everything is concerned, no, I've never utilized any of that stuff. I'm sorry.
Okay. So speak on, how does a designer deal with feedback? When you get your feedback from your garments and stuff like that, how do you deal with, the feedback? Negative.
Usually I run it through my daughters.
Mm-hmm.
And when I explain it to them, they're like, I don't know, Mama. I don't know. But then after I make it, then they're like, oh, so that's what you were doing. Then they're like, yeah, so feedback. I don't have any negative criticism, Q.
That's a blessing.
It's all been positive. It has all been love.
Right. Now, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna take a break right quick and sit back. And I want the participants, if they have any questions about, designing, or they might want. So, are you for hire? I understand you have your own line. So, if a person comes to you with an idea to have a clothing line, are you that person they can seek out?
For samples.
Okay. But no production of a actual clothing line. Samples. Now explain the samples.
Samples, that's all.
Okay. So just they send you an idea. I mean, I don't know. So teamwork wise, if I called you and say I wanted to, do I sit down with you and give you my idea and you do the artistry? Walk me through that.
Yes. You contact me. It's just like any, like I said, any client.
Mm-hmm.
I usually do a consultation. With social media going on now, you can do a lot of researching, like on their social media sites and things like that, to see exactly what personality or how they're expressing themselves and things like that. I talk on the phone. just get to know that person. And usually I just take a design from that. They'll tell me what they want, and I usually give them what they want. At the same time, I give them what they want through the vision of what what is given to me to give it to them.
What's the hardest part about that?
And
what's the hardest part
what's the hardest part about
helping someone birth their idea? Like, we all, those that are visionary, we see pictures but can't articulate it. So when it comes to you with that part, I know it got to be some kind of frustration somewhere sooner or later.
No. I have this perfect client. His name is Kenny Hudson.
Mm-hmm.
And the first time when he came to me, he was like, now, Germissa, I want this and I want that. And I was like, now, this ain't going to do this and this ain't going to do that. And let me do this and let me do that. And he said, well, I want you to do it like that. I said, okay, I tell you what. He bought 2 pair of pants. I said, the way you want me to do it, I'm going to do the first. The second way, I'm going to do it my way. When he came in, he saw his pants. And then I took the pants that I designed and laid them out on the layout table for him, and he just screamed.
Wow.
And I said, I said, don't ever come here and tell me what you want again.
Okay.
You do your job and I do mine.
Right. So check it out. Let's do a hot shot. Participants, thank y'all for tuning in to QTV. Do y'all have any questions for our special guest today?
Yeah, I do. I love you already because I love fashion. I love fashion, and
Thank you.
Yeah, I love fashion, and I do have vision that I see what I like in my head. I like designer. I like to design, and I see it in my head, as Q had said, but not knowing how to put it on paper. So I love you already. So I need your information because I love clothes.
And do she?
Oh, ma'am.
I love clothes.
Yes, ma'am. You have a direct contact, so you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, I love fashion. I love different.
You don't have to worry about that. But okay. I can see you. Did you do that curtain valance back there in the background?
I'm sorry. Say again.
Did you do the valance in the background?
Someone did it for me. I saw it. I saw it.
Okay.
And I got some. I told them about it. They knew what I wanted. Mm-hmm. I saw it before I put it in here, and they put it in for me.
Oh, okay then.
Yes.
So that was nice.
We hit that 10 minutes. We got 10 more minutes. Any other participant? Mom, I got you.
You have. Okay. All right. Yes. Thank you.
She signed off on it.
You're welcome.
Okay. All right.
Anybody else that want to
thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Well, you're so welcome. I love it already.
Any other participants that want to ask Ms. Clay some questions down to our last 10 minutes? So, Ms. Clay, how do you hand off a project when dealing with other projects? Do you hand them off? Like, how do you hand it off?
No, I do everything.
Cool. Okay.
I do everything.
And what would be your dream job? What would be your dream job?
To sit back on the beach and not have to do nothing and be able to click on my computer and say, that was deposited.
Yeah. Now
now I can go somewhere else after I leave here.
Right. Now the conversation we had the other day when I was like, no, if they can afford you, speak on it for a minute. Like,
actually, my dream job.
Go ahead.
Actually, my dream job is actually just to honestly to tell you the truth. My dream job is to just be able to be the feature of, I don't know, the sky's the limit.
Right.
Awesome.
The sky's the limit.
So any other designers that are out now, name a few that you would love to work with or do, a fashion show, a big, you know, the largest show or something that you can put on, what would that be, and who would that be? Look.
Cute.
we'll,
When I say I'm independent,
right. But they're
really,
not.
honestly, to tell you the truth, a lot of people probably gonna get flack for this. I really don't. You know what? I really, honestly, to tell you the truth, I don't study anybody else or anything like that.
Cool.
No, I don't own a magazine. I don't study anybody or anything like this. So
Right.
I wouldn't know what's what and who's who. You know, independent. I'm really, really independent. So
Right.
I'm sorry, guys, if there's somebody, that, I'm not already working with that I don't know about, then that's fine. I tell you one person that I would love to work with again,
Okay.
and that's being designer Alan Moore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would love to do a show with Ben again. I really would.
And where's this person?
When Ben and I'm doing it, he's out of Atlanta.
Okay.
Yes, Ben Amore, and then you have, oh my God, now everybody's popping up in my head now. Q, you're wrong for that.
But you know what though, it's not really wrong, because sometimes when you're a visionary, and
Okay.
if you don't narrow it down and have a tunnel vision, then you'll receive too much information. Like, I'm an artist, so sometimes when I'm writing, I don't want to listen to other artists.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. One thing that I would really love to do is quite a few people that I have worked with in the past. Mm-hmm. I would love for the designers that I've worked with in the past, the up and coming, up and coming people. I would love for us to get together and just do one really, really nice show. Mm-hmm. The designers that they called when they called us the Chitlin Circuit. I would love the designers that I was doing it with back then when we were hustling and bustling and didn't know what we were doing. I would really love to work with them again. That would be an honor and a pleasure.
Right. Okay, we under 5 minutes. This last question for you. What garment, and I'm talking about the amount, what has been the lowest amount of your garment, and what has been the most expensive that you've sold?
Cute. I will go. I see, when computers had started, I learned how to shop online a long time ago. Mm-hmm. So I know the weird places. Now, most expensive I've done is when I took a trip to Houston to go shopping in the fashion district in Houston. Mm-hmm. I did that, and I went and I bought some silks. That was the most expensive, because the silk per yard was pretty expensive, and I actually bought 2 bulks of it. Mm-hmm. That was the most expensive. But then, hey, man, at times, I'm not going to tell nobody no story shoes. I found some really, really nice fabric at Walmart for $1 a yard. Mm-hmm.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
I'm one of those people that you can be worth $1 million, but I'm not too proud to find a penny and pick it up. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because sometimes you have to, even with the economy being the way it is, you have to learn how to survive and how to maneuver and how to make it. Right. And God just gave me the ability to be at the right places at the right times, and I learned how to do things, and I learned how to, do whatever it was that I need to do. It was on the job training the whole time. Right. And I just learned how to spend money. I learned how to not spend money. I just learned how to do it.
Right. We on the 3 minutes now. So, hey, plug yourself in. Tell them where to find you. Where's your clothes? How to contact you. Go.
Okay. All right. Now, my name is Germissa Clay. I am an independent fashion designer. My clothing line is Plum Couture Designs by Germissa. My clothes are currently available at Renee's Positive Vibes Design and Boutique. And I'm currently a featured designer on Battle of the Strut TV show. You can follow me on Facebook. You can follow me on Instagram sometime, but don't follow me on Twitter. That's my politics page right there. So you don't want to go there. But you know, I think one thing I can say, thank you for all the international fans that I am gaining over the time. I mean, that is just the international people that are, you know, that I'm really honored about that. The international people, they have really, really been, yes, they've been supportive.
That's what's up. Hey, we're down to 1 minute left. I want to thank everybody for stopping through QTV, the Green Room, and don't forget to follow Miss Germissa Clay. She told you where her clothes at. You know, we got to start supporting each other. That's what we have to do. And most definitely check out QTV, Instagram and Facebook for your commercials. We make flyers, digital flyers, whatever you need dealing with advertisement and promotion. Hey, holler at us. So until next time, y'all keep the thoughts positive, speak positive, and most definitely speak life. Anybody want to say something before we get out of here? One more, we got time for another question, or Miss Clay, you got something to say and tell the people? Any positive message right now through this pandemic? It's on y'all.
I just want to say I would pray for you that God continue to raise you up and bless you beyond measure, beyond your expectation.
Thank you.
God,
I repeat
and I'm,
it.
yes. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Anybody else have anything?
I would like to say something. I would like to say, God says, love thy neighbor as thy would love thyself.
Amen.
All right.
I'm so glad I met you tonight.
I'm glad I met you too. It was a pleasure.
Hey, thank y'all for tuning in. Catch us and stay tuned to the next time. This is QTV. We signing out. Much love and mad respect. Y'all take care.
Bless you, bless you, bless you.